Hi there, I'm Angela Oberer, and today's good idea comes from Viva, who writes in and says, my husband and I have friends, another couple we've had dinner with for several times a week, and then suddenly they stopped inviting us out, stopped calling us, stopped being our friends. Well, I ran into her at the grocery store the other day and I asked what's up, and she said they're busy and their schedules have changed. But I see that on Facebook she's been posting them having dinner with other friends, so I know they're not that busy. What's your take? Well, my take, Viva, is that you have just been replaced by new friends. I don't know why, but I'll share with you why I have replaced friends, and that might give you some insight. Okay, so my husband and I used to have friends over, and I'm going to call them the judge and the jury. We would take time out of our schedules, we'd go to the grocery, we'd buy all the ingredients, and we'd make this elaborate meal. Then the judge and the jury would arrive. And from the time that they arrived until the time that they left, they would criticize everything, from the menu to the table setting, to the food, to the temperature of the food, and the way that the food was cut up, and the knife that was used to cut the food up, and the way that the dishes were carried back to the sink, and so on. Everything from beginning to end was a criticism, until it just became easy not to invite them back, right? It was easier to replace them with new friends that wanted to be here. Okay, so then I used to have lunch once a week with Debbie Downer, and Debbie, in my opinion, was the world's greatest hypochondriac. And she had aches and pains and ailments and sicknesses and diseases and medications that I've never even heard of, right? Stuff that hasn't even been invented yet. And when I would leave lunch, I was like, oh, thank goodness my life is good. Debbie has all the problems, right? Incredibly draining. Had to replace her. Then there was Fancy Agent Man. And I don't know if he was a talent agent or a secret CIA operative or what. That part is unknown. But during dinner, he was always interrupted with these important phone calls from very important people, A-list actors and NASCAR race car drivers and NFL football players and high-level politicians, including the United States president himself, whom he had on speed dial. I know, it sounds really unbelievable, right? It did to us as well. And you just end up replacing Secret Agent Man. Okay, then there was the Fancy Beggar. And the Fancy Beggar wore expensive clothing, very charismatic and charming, and would always meet us at the most expensive restaurants, only to discover that, oh my goodness, I just left my car keys and my wallet in the cab that dropped me off, and can you guys pick up dinner? So because I don't have keys to get in my house tonight, can I come home with you? And that weekend would turn into a week, and then 2 weeks until we found out he'd been evicted, and can he borrow money from us, and on and on and on. It was just this huge drain. So there are reasons people have moved on and have found new friends. And I don't know why people have moved on from you. But now is a really good chance to stop and to do some personal introspection and find out why, in fact, you've been replaced. Because that might affect your future relationships, and it's a good idea.
It's a good idea.